I want to find out that since government has ordered for the comeback of your members who still have their goods locked up at the border, how many have returned, or how many people are you expecting to come back? And if they have come back, because they issued this statement, I think somewhere in February.
The truth of the matter is, those goods do not belong to Ghanaians. Those goods are goods that have actually been purchased from Ghana to Nigeria by Nigerians themselves. They are the victims.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
why the goods have been there all this time. And if you recall, they formed an association and called it West African Traders Association. No, there's nothing like West African Traders Association. That GUTA will not be part. GUTA is the most the visible, the biggest trade union in the whole of Africa, and so they are appealing to their government to let the goods in.
Oh, okay.
I've told you, Nigerians are the worst affected in this case. They can't live in isolation. We had our problem initially when they did not inform us, and that people have gone there to buy goods and couldn't enter. You see, if you know trading, if goods are going, it means that somebody have bought it.
Yes.
If a company have a warehouse there, then if a company, manufacturing company in Ghana have a depot in Nigeria, then he can also send his goods. But that one, they would never allow the goods to be at the border for that length of time. They will drive it back to their warehouses. But because the goods do not belong to them any longer, nobody will even go and bring them back. That's the true picture. So let nobody say that the goods belong to anybody here.
Okay.
That's the fact, because the Nigerians themselves said that their goods are stuck at the borders, and they are reeling under the effects of the closure of the border, and not as at this moment. Now the pressure, the onus is on them. We have decided, we have advised ourselves, we know destinations to go, and it's not a manufacturing hub for us. The traders, we are not even going there any longer for our goods to be stuck there. So it's the goods that they've actually bought from us is what is stuck there. The goods belong to them. Maybe some of the trucks belong to Ghanaians. And so the compensation the president was saying, those people whose batteries have been stolen and they wear and tear, the time that they stay there and all that.
Okay. So with
And
the
that,
compensation, have you heard of people being settled, or government is still yet to speak or sit with you?
That's not for our members. None of our members, because our members, their goods were to come in.
Okay.
And so most of them have already lost the goods under peppering, under the weather, and their goods are spoiled, and most of them also find their way to reship it through the sea.
Okay.
And so we do not come into the picture. And for the compensation, I believe it will mainly go to the truck owners and all that.
Okay.
That's because I don't know any industrialists who have gone to claim those goods for them to even have compensation. For what we know, the goods belongs to Nigerians themselves.
Okay. So
they will open the border, not under the pressure of the West African countries. I'm telling you, they will open the border under the pressure of their own citizens who are having a bigger effect on the closure now.